Nickelodeon, let me welcome all of you guys officially to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles New York Comic Con panel. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Ray Rahman. I'm from, thank you. Got at least one fan. I'm from Entertainment Weekly. I'm a writer there and somehow the senior Ninja Turtles correspondent. Which is a title I take very as seriously as you guys do. So let me be the first to tell you I am as excited to be here as you guys are. And it's going to be an amazing night. As a longtime fan, I've seen every iteration of this show, and I can tell you with confidence that what these Nickelodeon guys are doing is amazing with the new show. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to watch it. It's amazing. Everything that you like from the original series, from the comic books to the 80s series, and even the 2000s series, if you're one of those weirdos who prefers that iteration. I'm already angry. It's all there, the action, the humor, the silliness, and the pizza, and obviously the turtles, so. Let's kick things off. Let's introduce the people that you guys came here to see. You did not come here to see a journalist, obviously. First off, we've got the executive producers. As you can tell, many of you know Zero from his time as the creator of Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. Or as I like to call it, Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. He does not look like the man who's on the PowerPoint presentation. It's the same freak. Don't worry, the guy on the PowerPoint is the same Zero that you see before your eyes. So give it up for Zero in the audience. Joining Zero is fellow executive producer Jim Hastings, which many of you guys know. Peter Hastings! That's what happened here. He's got an equally respectable pedigree. He's, also from the Pennsylvania area, as Zero is. He's won Emmys for his work on Pinky and the Brain and the Animaniacs, which I know. Dragon, Kung Fu Panda. Peter Hastings, he's too humble right now.
Well, thank you.
And now for the cast.
Yeah, we were lucky. We originally weren't planning on having the cast out here, but everybody was so excited about being here in New York as this con gets bigger and bigger, and everybody's so excited. So last minute, we got several cast members.
Several. We plucked him from the sewer. You guys know Raphael from the theme song. You know him. He's crude. He's rude. He's always up for a good fight. And so obviously, who better to play him? People already can call him Sean. Obviously, it takes no less than a beauty to play Raphael, and so. You know Sean Astin from so many things. You grew up with him. He's from, what's up, Sean? Hey, how's it going, buddy? He's from the Goonies. He's Rudy, as some of you jocks might know. Are there any jocks here? No, none. All right. He's Rudy, NCIS. I mean, he's everything. He was 24.
I'm on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right now, Saturday night.
I've never heard of it. And obviously the Hobbit. He's Lord of the Rings. LOPJ is not here tonight. I'm sorry.
Awesome.
doing. He's been on this franchise for probably too long. When are you going to give it up?
Long time. And that picture looks like it came with a wallet.
I like your new teeth, Rob.
I think I got Joe Buyer's teeth. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've been doing this a while. As I tell people, thank you very much. I'm happy to give it to you, but I own the patent on fire. I've been doing this a while.
The fun story is that he originally voiced Raphael.
Yes,
so
I was Raphael.
have a friendly rivalry, I'm sure, over that.
Many, many years ago.
And beyond
Here's a good
Raphael, he's also Pinky.
Yes, I was Pinky.
Emmy award-winning Pinky.
Yes, thank you very much. And my friend
the brain, Maurice LaMarche, just won his second Emmy. Isn't that
And by the way, before you go on, because it really is not as important as what I'm about to tell you.
Nobody's my country.
Andrea Romano, the, 12-time Emmy-winning director or whatever. Yeah. Andrea is here. She is now directing Ninja Turtles. She directed Animaniacs. Stand up. No, stand up. Batman, Superman, Freakazoid, Hysteria, Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain. And now, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Man, she's hot!
Hard to concentrate when she's directing you because you're just like mesmerized looking at her.
She's so pretty.
She's hot.
I'm always looking going, you really know Rob Paulson?
Speaking of guys who like to have a good time, Michelangelo is up next. You guys all love him. He's the party dude. He does not know how to take cues, but he knows how to have a good time. That's the important part. He's the reason we love pizza. He's the Calabonga. There's nobody better than Michelangelo than Red Sykes. Please give it up for Red.
Yeah.
As you can tell, he's uncannily so much like Michelangelo. He is from Florida. He's a surfer dude. He loves going out. He loves going to the clubs. And he loves wearing sunglasses indoors a lot at night.
Yeah, I got light eyes. The turtles raised me. The turtles taught me how to meditate, got me into martial arts, got me into surfing, skateboarding. And and this guy right here, I've been listening to him since I've been 8 years old.
Thanks for that, Greg.
So he's got a responsibility.
You got any phone numbers I gotta give back now when people understand how old I am? Jesus.
That was only 4 years ago, so.
Yeah.
We all know the hierarchy here now, right?
This is the coolest thing in the whole world right here, right now. Thank you all for being
That's you
here.
guys. And then, ironically, the leader of the Turtles, many of you guys' favorite, Leonardo, the guy who, he's the commando for your game.
Right.
Unfortunately, could not make it tonight, but you guys love him, I know. Jason Biggs is busy, he's in Europe.
Oh yes, Jason Biggs.
He's the greatest guy though, he's sweet as pie, so let's give it up for Jason Biggs.
He's on assignment. He's on assignment. He's on assignment. What?
He's secret mission, don't ask what Jason Biggs is doing.
Does he come back with
It's aging, we'll not tell you. And of course there wouldn't be Ninja Turtles without Master Splinter. Not moving, it's words. No, it's Hoonlee. He's taking the role of the sensei, the father role, the mentor, the colleague. He's doing it all for Master Sensei. Give it up, he's a theater vet. He's won awards, he's an amazing guy. Hoonlee, everybody. Yeah!
What does Splinter sound like?
Sorry?
Let's hear some Splinter. What does he sound like? Shut up.
And if any of you actually live in New York, check him out in Premium Rush, where you will probably see somebody you know in the background of the movie. He is also in Premium Rush, which is a great movie. Hoonlee is an amazing guy. sadly, there are a couple more characters who couldn't make it tonight, but we all love them and we know them. I'm gonna give them the respect that is, or April O'Neil, obviously. As a media insider, which is something I tell myself to, have sleep at night, that I have an actual job. But April O'Neil is one of the forerunners. She wore her yellow jumpsuit as a journalist. She's younger in this new iteration of the Ninja Turtles. She's actually has a new role as the leader of the New York City side. Splinter is the sensei underground, and April takes charge above ground. So, April O'Neil fans, I'm doing the OK Cupid profile for April O'Neil right now. Cyril might not agree, but she's played by May Whitcomb. Or some of you know her as her, if you're an Arrested Development fan. And there's Shredder, who don't want to shouldn't like Shredder, but yeah. Kevin Michael Richardson also could not be with us tonight, but okay. There are no baddies here tonight, only the good guys, but let's give it up for Kevin Michael Richardson.
By the way, before we begin, I got to tell you guys, there's a guy outside doing turtle waxing for about the next 5 minutes. You might want to take advantage of that, boys. You're starting to get a little dusty.
Kick him out.
Get your shell buffed as it work. Who needs a Thunder Down Under when you got those 4 bad boys? Thanks, you guys.
Hotel Heroes, they came from they came all the way to Javits Center from the sewers. I came from Midtown, they came in from the sewers. Some badass mutants from the new season. Yeah. Give it up, Cyril?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see how many people are actually here. Yeah, probably 68. New York City, awesome. This is it. Well, we've done a couple of these, and this is the best one, I guess, because we're in our hometown. So what I want to do is thank all you guys, because our show has been getting huge numbers, and it's because of all you guys. So, round of applause for all you guys. So, okay, we've said a couple things, we've done a couple of these panels, like I said. I've been showing a lot of stuff from time to time, and today I kind of want to focus a little bit on some of the threats that the Ninja Turtles have, some of the villains and mutants. They come from a bunch of different places. I don't want to get too deep, I don't want to give too much away, but I got some images I can show you guys, and it'll be quick and fun. We got some other stuff to show, but let's see what we got here. We got a card. Mutants. So, mutagen is a big part of our show. Basically, we've only had a couple episodes, and you guys have seen it probably. Right now, it's usually just been dumped on unfortunate guys, and they've turned into things. But there's other ways it can work, and we have Donatello's the inventor of the group, and I'm trying to kind of open that up into new areas. And one of the things he has is we call this guy Chong, actually, lovingly. He's Donatello's pet roach that he has trained to become a spy. He's very sweet, and Raphael hates bugs, so that creates all kinds of problems. But unfortunately, Chong falls into a vat of acid while on assignment and becomes Cockroach Terminator version J. He gets big. He's really big for a cockroach, but he's still shorter than Raphael, which scares the hell out of him. So it starts off with like a little concept doodle like this for me, and then we go to the beauty of... This isn't lit, but it's rendered, so it's horrifying. It's 4 feet tall, and it's hungry and upset. And he has this cute little kind of egg sac there between his legs. It's horrifying. So at some point, they're fighting this guy, and stuff gets worse, and it mutates again and becomes Chong 2.0. Oh, man.
So one thing we're going for in the show every once in a while, I mean, I know it's looked a lot of times it gets really cute, and then, but you know, we're doing that for a reason, and then there's times where we do want to get disgusting, and this is definitely one of our gross out shows, so, he flies.
It looks as though he's anatomically correct.
It's a belly button pulse.
Not that I know what I'm talking about.
He has sweet little ass flaps. Butt flaps, sorry. For chaps. And, alright, so. I love the early Mirage Ninja Turtle comics. I love them dearly. I've repeatedly watched versions of this cartoon and always wish that the Mousers would look just like this. And yeah, they do. They're not posed. This is what we call a T-pose, so it's straight up. So it will be, you know, posed more like a velociraptor. But yeah, the things you can do with Chrome nowadays, it's unbelievable. I love CG. So yeah, this is coming soon. So this is a total sneak peek for you guys. And I know one last thing I want to show you guys. The last time I spoke at San Diego, I showed you guys all the Leatherhead design, which is a doodle that I did. And
by the way, all these drawing pages, this is all Ciro's work. So Ciro's done this to the whole series for all the different characters, for every kind of prop and everything that he could possibly complete. They're really awesome. He's got a book of them with all of this and just fun stuff and weird ideas that he throws in there.
I know, it's super weird. Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
So what that means is that it's not always a bad thing to drink bong water, right? Because hey, look at you. I wouldn't know. Like a turtle do.
My dictionary, the word doodle has a different definition.
Alright, so anyway, Peter and I, who are both executive producers of the show, flew from Burbank. I mean, I got here around 4 o'clock because, you know, we're constantly making the show. We're kind of at this pace now where every week we're rushing to get it on TV for you guys. And what I was working on, you know, up to yesterday, before I left, was Leatherhead's episode. So I have some footage. It's totally raw. There's no sound. It's a couple seconds. Turtles are fighting. I got a great idea. Rob, Greg, and Sean, why don't you guys try and ad-lib to it? They've never seen that. 3, 2, 1, go.
Dude, what is that? Wow! Dude, don't let it break!
Come here, you! The biggest shoot out of me! Come on!
Alright, executive producer number 2, or 1, depending on what order we walk into the room. Peter Hastings.
Peter Hastings.
Sarah, you stand up there and then pretend like you're talking and then I'll say stuff. Yeah. Thanks, Sean, a little higher. Okay, well, so I'm going to show you some clips. First of all, I want to give Sarah and these guys a props. I came on the show a little bit late, and really, you know, Sarah has been kind of the visual component of this show and done such an amazing job of bringing what I think is so cool about it is it's all hooked into the old Turtles, but it has a look that's really solid and really good in its own. And I don't think, you know, one of the things that we see like on the boards is people saying, hey, I wanted to hate this, but I don't. And it's like, I thought it was going to suck, but it don't. I thought Ron Paulson was dead, but he's not.
Just my career.
I don't know where that came from. It's pretty good.
I totally didn't start that.
I love Sean. Stop me anytime, Boone.
Don't move it!
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to show you some clips that we put together. It's about 10 minutes. It's all sneak peek of things from a few episodes that are coming out. Nobody's seen this footage, so it's not a whole episode. It's not a little fancy clip reel. It is, you know, with all sort of quick cuts. It's like little segments from a variety of shows. So we took a look at it earlier. It's in HD up here. It all looks really cool and sounds really good. And what else? Anything else about that, Sarah?
It's awesome.
It's awesome. You know, it just shows. I mean, one of the things that's really fun about the show is that it's pretty intense. The action is pretty intense. We kind of go for it, and it plays out really well. So let's roll that clip.
We've got them.
It's so cool. It's like we get to have a feature film quality show every week. We get a lot.
It's the first time we've seen that. That's oh my god.
That's the first time anybody's seen that. So
That's the best audience reaction you can get. Everybody was laughing a lot. It was an amazing little clip. Give it up again for the cast.
Also, let's look at Baxter Stockman, obviously.
Phil
And
Lamar.
Metalhead. Phil Lamar.
Phil Lamar.
Matt TV.
Ciro is truly the master at directing these action scenes. I've never seen anything like it, Ciro. And I've known Ciro for a long time. We did Teen Titans together. And he created a show called Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go that I got to play Ciro. And there's just nobody who's as talented, who cares so much about what he does as Ciro, and it's such an honor to be working with this master. I think, you know, there's Leonardo, there's Donatello, there's Michelangelo, there's these great Italian artists, and then there's Ciro.
Yeah.
He's the next big Italian artist, for real.
Although he was born in London, so...
They were all ladies men too.
Actually, Nolan North, who's the voice of the Cranks.
Right? Yeah.
I love you, Ciro.
When I'm watching it, I feel like I'm doing it. Like I'm Raphael, and I'm almost getting hit, and I'm like out of breath by the time it's over.
I'm shaking right now.
Sean Astin cannot contain himself.
Well, what's fun is seeing Sean, who's played all these super sweet guys, get to be a complete badass on the show.
And Sean
When you get
is.
to the sessions, you can just see, let me, oh, yeah.
I really love kicking ass.
And this will be really great because I think finally this show will give Sean the boost his career needs.
Poor kid.
Finally, just really get you to that next level.
I just had to get in touch with my inner Rob Paulson. That's all.
get over it, Sean. There's never going to be another Goonies.
That's not true. That's not true. Keep trying to figure out how.
They used to say Raphael is cool.
Let's before we
Raphael is
get, let's keep it civil. Let's keep
Raphael is cool.
everything moving.
No, I just keep trying to figure out what other movies I've been in that the Turtles could kind of photobomb, you know? They could show up in Lord of the Rings somehow. Right? You got like some orc attack and all of a sudden, boom, bam, shot!
Have fun at the next Comic-Con, buddy.
We photobombed Corey Feldman's Goonies party at the San Diego Comic. I ran up there and they're like, he's not a Goonie! But Corey was a turtle.
Yeah, they had an outdoor screening of Goonies at it was really cool. It was a beautiful night. There was, I don't know, 9 or 10 or a few hundred people out there, and Corey was sort of vamping for some reason, like waiting to introduce it, and we just, you know, me and May just kind of walked out, and they were like, Mikey, and wait, and who? And I don't get it. I love that. If you're in the con, you love that cross-pollination, right? Like, I just had my own panel, and I had Terry Pratchett come into the panel, and people were like,
So the love obviously extends beyond Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but let's talk a little bit about the show.
what show?
From before. Let's start with Cyril and Peter. That was an amazing clip you guys showed us. Obviously, there are a lot of high expectations. This is a sweet spot for a lot of people here that growing up, this is what they grew up on. What did you guys decide to keep and to ditch from the original iterations of the Ninja Turtles?
I think it was more about, there's so much of it that's happened here. And, you can actually look at it and see what really did or didn't work. But more importantly, there is so much that, a property like this has legs, so I haven't really discarded anything. It's just, we'll get to it when we get to it. And it's about servicing the stuff properly. Like, don't do too much at once so that doesn't mean anything. So it's really about taking your time. And, I'm a big fan of the Mirage comics. I said that earlier. I love the spirit of the OT series. I love the action of the 2K3 series. I mean, it's a little bit of all of it.
Well, like decisions like to make April considerably younger, like creative decisions like that were kind of unprecedented.
Yeah, well, I mean, those kinds of things just happen because you want to, that's almost secondary to the dynamic of how you want the show to play. I mean, I didn't want her to be the damsel in distress every week. Yeah, I mean, April, what's funny is when I watch this show, to me, like, she's the same April. Like she will grow up and become the yellow jumpsuit girl, in my weird imagination. Or somehow she'll get that weird Jennifer Beals, Jerry Curl kind of hairdo that she had in Mirage Comics. But, I guess the real important thing is just, I want the action to be really dynamic and intense, but, through and through, I wanted the characters just to be having a really good time.
Yeah.
And I think it shows, because even as intense some of those situations where there was gags and good times kind of happening. And Peter's been really good about that too. Like, one thing we talked about when he came on was like, giving it that Animal House vibe.
Right. That's so many people fell in love with the Ninja Turtles in the first place because they were basically Animal House. They were party guys. Mm-hmm. So are you concerned about losing that kind of angle, losing the party vibe as you?
No. I mean, I just don't think they're not nightclubbing. They're just like they're just kind of. It's weird, We're watching enough shows now. I've got we've made about a handful, and we gotta be careful because they are so damn cute. Right? They're really cute, and you can get into that thing, and then all of a sudden they become like homicidal.
Right.
And it's just you gotta kind of watch yourself.
Right.
They're funny characters that way. They are party animals, and they are raving lunatics, and you have to kind of wield them and respect them.
But I think that's really the thing that you got to keep in any iteration is the spirit of the main characters, which is that they're goofy, that they're funny, they kick ass. They're, they have this irony built in, they're heroes. All that always has existed from the very first comic, and that's the kind of spirit that you got to keep alive in here. I think we're doing, our action is much more strong than anything except maybe those original comics. Mm-hmm. Very, very intense like that. But also think about it sort of like a band. Like if it was the Rolling Stones and you were going to do another Rolling Stones thing, you'd want it to feel like that. You want it to have that feel and have that kind of thing. And that's like the main core element that's kind of been successful so far.
Speaking of lunatics, Rob, you're obviously a veteran. Did you?
I'm a lunatic, yes.
Right.
Thank you for that.
You're a crazy man. Let it be known. Did you impart any knowledge upon either the cast or the crew from your experiences?
Well, as I say, I taught them everything they know, but not everything I know. But no, listen, what are you going to do? I'm surrounded by all these incredible folks, and I've had the privilege of knowing Andrea and Peter for, 25 to 30 years, which is just astonishing. We've had the good fortune of working on such great stuff, and then to work with people. I've had the pleasure of working with Greg a few years. I've not had the pleasure until this of knowing Cyril. Mm-hmm. I did time with Sean Astin. We were both in the same drunk tank for. It's a joke. Not a very good one. But, oh yeah. I did 2 series with Sean's dad, with the legendary John Astin. I did an animated version of the Addams Family where the dad played, oh my God, Gomez. And then I did another one called Tasmania. Sean made his dad wait outside. Amazing. So, you know, what do you tell these guys? Hoon is just a spectacular actor. Greg, I mean, it's just an incredible experience to work with such competent folks on, you know, another iteration of an iconic show. But I think the thing that makes this even more unique than the first one is that it's literally being made by fans of the show for fans. And that is a very unusual circumstance, you guys. It really is. To have a show that has become so successful, none of us at the beginning had any idea that it would become the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But now, we have a situation where the folks are old enough to have grown up watching the show. They get the mythology, they get the ethos. Really, the only people that really got it at the beginning were Kevin and Peter.
Right.
But now, you have Ciro and his team, guys like Greggy, you know, folks that have grown up watching it, and they're literally fans of the show making it for fans, and it really doesn't get any better than that, so it's incredible.
So that built-in fan base that can hurt and help. One of the things that a lot of people are kind of up in arms about is Cowabunga turning into Booyah Shah. Greg, I'm told by Ciro that was your doing. Tell us more about how Cowabunga turned into Booyah Shah.
Well, one day over at Nickelodeon, and this is I can't. Was it after I got the role, or was it in the auditioning process? I'm not.
It might have been during the pilot.
It was during the pilot. There was a moment in the script where it was like empty, and it was the catchphrase moment, and they're like, "Hey, Sipes, you know, try something," and I'm all, "Booyah Shah!" And it stuck. And don't be mad at me for it. You know, Cowabunga is my roots, and I hear that it might come back at some point. And but for me, Booyah Shah is such an awesome saying. It's actually a big call to action in such a positive way. It's like calling all the positive energy of the universe to come into that moment. So everybody do it with me. Come on. Booyah Shah!
Feel that?
Yeah.
I was in Germany last weekend, and I tried to get all the Germans to do it. Yeah. And they go, Booyah Shah! I'm like, no, you gotta elongate the Booyah Shah! Booyah Shah! Booyah Shah! Right on! Go Germany!
But really, you know what? It really came from those. You know, me and Ciro hang out a lot. We were hanging out at his house one day, and we're like, man, this would be a cool catchphrase. I can't take full credit. He wants me to take full credit.
Can I just take a moment here? How incredibly perfectly cast is Greg Sipes?
All glories to the Turtles.
Dude.
I remember when we were casting, when we first started casting, they were like, okay, we're going to have these 6,000 people come in to read my line. And I was like, it's just Sipes, don't even bother.
Yeah?
And then they went, no, we'll cast them all. And then I think like 6 months later, they went, it's Sipes. Yeah, I know.
There you go.
It was pretty awesome.
So Sean, at San Diego, you were talking about how your secret sauce is kind of, there are 4 hobbits and not 4 turtles. Can you expound on your formula over there, how this works out so magically for you?
There's also 4 Rudies.
Collect them all. Find
The shortest road line in Notre Dame history. You know, I'm trying to think what the earliest, like, obviously the Beatles kind of set the standard for the Fab Four.
We're bigger than the Beatles, man.
Yeah.
Right on the Beatles.
your day job.
So I don't know what other big, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like when that core thing, that core family thing, that there's something about enforcement. I don't know what sport is there. Sport, I don't know.
No, there's curling.
You're the guy.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can expound on it other than say that I now have been a part of 2 Fab Four kind of experiences, and this is, you know, I love Booyah Shah because if you, well, it's part of the fortune thing. Think about it, right? Because we all do it together. But you can't just mimic something that came before.
Right.
You have to do something that sets it apart. And sometimes, ripping off the Band-Aid and doing something totally different and saying, this is, love it or hate it, this is who we are right now. Clearly, we love all the stuff that has been carried forward and the capturing the spirit and everything else. But I think Booyah Kasha sounds like 2012.
I think everyone here approves, right? Booyah Kasha.
Y'all know what it means?
Go ahead, Greg.
No, I'm asking. Anybody know what it means?
Many people know from the Ali G show.
It's not from Ali G.
Go ahead.
It's an ancient word from Ireland, and then it went over to Jamaica. And I'm a big reggae fan, Bob Marley. And really, it means all glories to the Most High. It's about bringing the most powerful, positive energy in the whole world, which is love, into this moment right now. So the fact that we get to share that with the world on TV screens everywhere, it's going to change the world. For real. Love. Love is the fiercest and sweetest thing there is. And that's what Booyah Kasha means. So it's like, love! It's like the Turtles saying love, but in like a cool hip way.
Speaking of powerful positivity, Master Splinter obviously is.
This is the guru.
How do you approach the character? Do you see him as a colleague, as a boss, as a dad? Like, what's your...
I think, I think that they really explicated that there's a father-son relationship amongst Splinter and the Turtles. And I have a young son. My son is 3. And I feel like that connection to me is very, very strong. And you were constantly battling this tension between understanding that they have to expand their awareness and get out into the world, and they're going to get hurt, and all these things are going to happen, and wanting to prepare them for that, but then also kind of not wanting them to go at all. Like, just don't, it'll be safe, just stay here. Just don't eat that, just take it. Stop it. It's like, that shows up in the script, and, one thing that doesn't get talked about a lot is that all the preparation that happens, the design work, the thought that goes into that, the writing, if it's there, if it's solid, which it is in our show, it makes our jobs much, much, much easier. It means the characters are there for you to find as opposed to you trying to fabricate something. And so I felt like that parent-child sort of relationship was incredibly powerful and strong. And it's one of those eternal themes that becomes a real linchpin for any sort of storytelling. I think.
Can I go out tonight, Pop?
No!
Give it up for Splinter. So we've also solicited questions from fans via Twitter and Facebook, and we definitely wanted to get their voices heard. So let's get started with those. From Twitter, Ken Damu asks. I think that guy's going to be all the Twitter account questions. How much do you guys draw from actual Japanese battle arts when you choreograph your action scenes?
Well, we have there's a guy in Studio City who's actually an official ninja master. We actually go and see him every once in a while and train with him.
It's amazing.
And we reference his footage. And what sucks about it all, though, honestly, is that all the cool stuff he does, you can't see. So there's a certain amount of stuff. That's just the nature of it. And we talk about it all the time. If you are to do the real physics of trained martial arts, you don't get thrilling fight choreography.
Yeah.
So we do things like the holds and stuff, but the cool stuff he will do is the smallest, subtlest movements, and someone just drops to the ground and you didn't even see what he did, and that's the ninja way. The other thing about ninja stuff versus just, there's kung fu, there's all these different, soft versus hard kind of arts and stuff. And it's about a mindset, and ninjas kind of are side door, back door kind of fighters. It's about being sneaky and malicious.
And fighting for good.
Right.
For the people.
For the good of mutanity.
Yeah, for all mutanity.
Speaking of fight scenes, how many obscure villains will we see in the new series? Season 1 or Season 2?
Obscure in the sense of...
Rat King!
Yeah, there's 26 episodes in the first season, so you'll probably see 26. Or be safe, 18.
Yeah, that came from Decabal 22.
Oh.
Sorry.
But as we look at all all of the villains that have appeared in all the different versions of the Turtles, and you will be seeing a bunch of them, but I'm not going to say what. But they will be coming.
Can I say something about the battle scene? The battle scenes, the fight scenes? They just blow my mind. Just the level of whether or not you can see an actual ninja master like before your eyes, or he's an apparition. It's so cool, and I can just picture, you know, a generation of 5 to 12-year-olds watching it and slowing it down and backing it up, and then doing those moves and getting, you know, like internalizing and it's so far advanced from stuff that I've seen in other cartoons.
Because Cyril's a real ninja.
That's right, baby.
Aha!
It's funny.
Ninja.
It's funny, like I imagine, you know, self-defense situations on the subway and stuff like that, and in my head I go, I totally know how to board kicking your ass.
He does.
I just totally hope you don't hurt me.
Get back or I'll hit you with my storyboard.
Yeah.
Well, Cyril's always watching
Soft
the coolest,
cheesesteak.
the coolest movies too. He introduced me to Sonny Chiba. You all know who that is? The Japanese action star. Like you at lunchtime over at Nickelodeon, you go upstairs to where his office is, and they're all huddled around this TV watching the coolest old Japanese ninja movies.
You guys can catch that. Greg is inviting all of you to visit Zero at lunch on Monday.
Yeah, Burbank.
Middle of work day.
So, actually, have an open door if you want to show up at Burbank.
There's also, you know, one of the other aspects is that the show is CG, and CG is like so much better for doing an intricate, tricky fight scene than 2D is. Or there's something about it because it's kind of like puppet warfare.
Yeah,
It's really what it is, and you can kind of get around them. When a body spins, it's like you can call for things and ask for things that are much more detailed than you might do in 2D. So it's really fun.
The slow motion, which is always a no-no, 2D.
Slow motion.
Yeah, it's really fun.
The other huge thing, you can hear it in this room because they have this huge subwoofers, but the sound design also is fantastic. And I've noticed this on this show, I noticed this on the working on Kung Fu Panda. I've watched a fight scene many, many times, and when you put all the really specific sound effects in, and all of these guys doing their vocalizations, the whole thing just pops up like 2 levels in terms of its vitality and how exciting it is. So it's really a real stew of creativity.
We got the dream team.
We do have a dream team. We only have a few more minutes, so let's get some last questions. This one's from Facebook. Austin D wants to know from Rob, who do you have more fun voicing, Raphael or Donatello?
Rapatello. No, people ask me what's your favorite job, and I always say the next one because you know, when you're an actor, especially you're not a celebrity talent, you're sort of at the good graces of folks who are nice enough to bring you into audition, and if you're lucky, you get a call back, and if you're really lucky, you get a job, and if you're really lucky, you work on Ninja Turtles, and if you're really, 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 really lucky, you work on Ninja Turtles twice.
We're trying to figure out how many vitamins we can give Rob so he can eventually become all 4 turtles.
That's it. If I live 50 more years, I figure I can knock them all out. And I was saying to people earlier, I know I'm in Yankee Town, and although I'm from Detroit Tigers, I'm a little ALCS, thank you very much. Sorry. But I have to say, right in the heart of Yankee Town, with all due respect to Lou Gehrig, I feel like I'm the luckiest man on the face of the earth. And honestly, I can't pick and choose. I have had an embarrassment of riches in my career, and I literally get paid to work with people whom I would choose to spend my free time with.
Yeah.
So it just don't get no better, folks.
But you got paid for saying NARF.
Yes, I did.
Thanks to my friend Peter, I got paid for saying
We truly get to work with our family all the time. Mama Andrea gave me my first gig on Teen Titans too.
Right.
She's now working on the show.
She's so beautiful too. We just love our sweet Andrea. She's so gorgeous.
Wish we could spend all night with these guys, but unfortunately we are running out of time. But give it up for everyone in Nickelodeon.
Thanks a lot, you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.